Welcome to tonight's stream. I hope you have been able to enjoy some Star Citizen lately. My last gaming sessions have been pretty stable compared to what we had the past few weeks. So I haven't played today. I would expect the same experience I've had the last couple of days, which is positive, definitely positive. Okay, each time I come here, I get more Cutlass Blacks. My ship inventory, my fleet is growing. It seems like my Cutlass Blacks are like gremlins. They simply multiply. Let's claim this. I managed to destroy the last time I logged some testing with my Dragonfly. I'm not gonna use it right now, but definitely want it back full availability. I'm gonna try to sell medical supplies at Grimhex. So let's see what price I can get there. Sometimes you can get better pricing at Grimhex. So the Vulcan is about to go into general sale. Not tomorrow, but day after tomorrow. Thursday. Are you guys planning on buying your Aegis Vulcan? Do you feel like it will really add to the value of a fleet? I think it definitely has a role, but
hyperspace jump engaging.
that ship was upside down. At least mine wasn't. I think the Vulcan definitely has a role to play. I hope. I think maybe the Vulture is more my line of interest, but I'll wait and see. I'm not going for the Vulcan. Not right now. Flight ready. Lift off.
Affirmative, 30 meters. You have the con. Landing modules retracted.
Open star map.
Maps.
This I'm going to try to sell at Grimhex. Let's try Gela and go to Dickens. Close star map.
Exiting map.
Jump drive.
Engaging jump.
Yesterday's calling all depths was interesting. According to developers, the Banu Merchantman, which is a ship I would really like to see, the persistent universe. Jump drive
Jumping.
won't be available this year. I don't own that ship, but that's one of the ships I would like to see. My favorite ship right now is the Karak. I don't own one. I'm not going to buy that for that amount of money. I hope I can get one. I'll work for it in-game when the time comes. Okay, what would be more efficient? To go there? Nah, let's go. Now the Karak is going to be available this year. If I recall correctly, it's gonna be available in 3.1. I'm looking forward to seeing it and going as a guest in someone's ship. We're going to land by day. We have daylight. That makes things easier, definitely. And I don't know if maybe with 3.1 they will begin the practice of resetting stats, but letting you start with your alpha UEC based on how much UEC you have in your account. So if for example, not everyone will start with 5 aUEC. If you have right now 20,000 UEC, which is the real currency that will be used in game, you would be starting after each reset with 20,000 aUEC. I hope that happens soon. They haven't said that it will happen in 3.1, but who knows. I don't think they are going to put that in the roadmap. I think it's just kind of a minor detail, but it will help many people who have to start again with just 5,000. Right now I think I have over 20,000, don't remember exactly, but it would be easier to start with 25,000 for example. And they could start testing their internal systems to accommodate for what you have in your wallet and converting it to alpha UEC. Talking about the calling all depths from yesterday, I think the last question, which was about the way PIG manages their communications, wasn't really answered in full. The community manager, the lead community manager, who was the one responsible for answering that one, he mentioned how it's part of their plan or part of their philosophy of communication philosophy, to use several different avenues or networks or means to communicate with the community. But it's a fact that Spectrum is definitely useful, but a lot of information is simply lost. And one very recent and I think very clear example of that was what happened with their piracy interdiction test, which I think I have mentioned before in one of my videos. Well, I have mentioned the piracy interdiction test situation several times in my videos, but the fact that I found out about that specific situation being a test planned by CIG a week after they had indeed mentioned it in the 3.0.1 feedback area or section in Spectrum, deploy landing gear.
The gear is down and locked.
The fact that I found out about that a week later, I don't know. They could have done a better job at letting people know what was happening. It was there, but it wasn't, considering how intrusive it was, how the big impact it had gameplay. And I mean, I'm sure many people stopped playing because of that. I think they should have pushed that notification in the launcher, for example. That one, at least that one. I have seen other less relevant subjects in the launcher news area. That one, I think that was important. Okay, where do I want to go? I want to go right where he is. I think I'm not gonna get any medical supplies here. Under the impression that they are buying all there is. But
Readying for system jump now.
let's try. Come on, Orion. I said but, not warp. Get out. Okay. He's working out, but Yela has a really low gravity, so I suppose he's not doing that much of an exercise there. Let's say hi. And while he moonwalks, literally, let's go shopping. Oh, nice. 43 SCUs is very nice. I almost fill my cargo. Yeah. That is a nice sign. And as you have seen, well, this server is almost empty. As you have seen, server sometimes happens that you get stuck. Server is responsive. Would seem not crashing. Is the bane of full cargo. Okay. No one in here. I mean, there shouldn't be, but can never be sure. We'll find a way to go through the ship's geometry and get into other ships without permission. But I know they're working on that. Engines on.
Powering engines.
Lift off.
Ascending, retracting modules, handing you the con.
Well, I think I spoke too early and I have just lost my investment. The client froze. Yeah. It definitely froze. Well, it happens. Why didn't it freeze before I bugged that? It had to do it just right after I bugged. Not coming back. It's definitely not coming back. I'll have to force it to close. Not much to do there. Okay, we'll start again and swallow that. I think it was like, remember what, it was over 100,000 credits. Let's do it. We're going in again. This is the kind of thing that you can expect from alpha. Usually when this happens to me, usually just the first time it will freeze and then the rest of the session will be a lot more stable. Let's hope it behaves like that this time around. I'm almost sure that it's gonna say the chip goal is gonna say that my Kotelas is at Yela, but there's no way I'm gonna be able to get there and recover my ship. So let's just go and try again. Okay, how much was left here? I still have 263. Okay, that's what this kind of money is for. Risking it and trying to multiply it. Not much more you can do with it right now. And yeah, there it is. Yella, closely stored.
To prevent traffic, we ask that all arriving pilots use the designated landing areas. Launch platforms are for departing ships only.
Okay, let's retrieve another Cutlass Black.
Your ship has been delivered to the following landing pad.
AO5.
For your convenience, our automated ship organization system handles storage
This
of
way.
vehicles. To access your craft,
There's my ship. It seems to have all its doors. And it's not upside down. Usually that upside down trick I find it usually at Levski. It has happened several times to me. Okay, back to Yella. Flag ready.
Acknowledged.
Lift off.
Take off.
You can listen to those engines trying to lift. There's someone EVAing over there. Retract landing gear.
Landing gear raised.
Open star map.
Displaying map.
Close star map.
Leaving map.
Jump drive.
Hyperspace. Checking systems now. Complete. Enjoy the ride, Captain.
And here we go again. Now this run, and I hope maybe this time I won't be able to get so much medical supplies because I already bought them and they have limited quantities at the research centers and I need to recover my loss. But let's see how much they have. So take 2 of the Dickens Research Outpost Exploration and Trade Run for medical supplies. If it will let me, I was just going to lift off and
Ascending to 30 meters. Retracting modules. Handing you the car.
I shouldn't have said that. Retract landing gear
Landing gear raised.
and go to Grim Hex, but well, Star Citizen had other plans. Interesting. For 3.1 I saw there is a rework to be implemented where, for example, in the upper right section of your HUD you will see a little more detail about the ships in the that reticule, and that's good. I hope they don't just add more detail, but it can also be bugged, and that was proven while the pirate interdiction thing was active. When there were too many ships, it would become unresponsive. You would change and it wouldn't. You would try to change the target and it wouldn't, or sometimes, and it still happens even with less ships, it will show you the wrong information. So I hope they can also fix that bug. You could be thousands of kilometers away and still it wouldn't show the right info, and you wouldn't be able to show info for targets, enemy or friendly, which were closer. It became unresponsive and unprecise indeed, because right now it happens that it could say that you're you can say that you have for example an aurora in front of you, and you know by the silhouette that it's not an aurora, maybe it's a cutlass or even a coney. And an aurora is definitely not a coney. Or a caterpillar. Speaking of calling all depths, the first question they did was about the respawn mechanics and how today you can't, for example, right now, get off that chair and go to your bed in the cutlass, log off, and expect to the next time you log into the game, expect to appear or spawn in your ship. That's not working, and they said that that feature already exists and it's not working, and it not working is considered a bug. They're going to fix it for 3.1. They couldn't fix it in time for 3.0, and during these months they haven't given it the priority to include it in a microfix like 3.0.1. But supposedly with 3.1 it should be back again working as intended, which is that if you log out while in your ship bed, you should be able to log in again and spawn there. And I mean, it makes sense. That's one of the way they have advertised their ships with beds, as opposed to those with no bed. And a perfect example is the way the starter packages work. The two basic options are Aurora and Mustang, and the Aurora has a bed while the Mustang doesn't. Deploy landing gear.
Deploying landing gear.
There's the dragonfly, which we saw earlier, right when our client froze. That the owner of that dragonfly must be the same guy who was here with the cutlass. It's a black dragonfly. Oh, no, no, no. Did I land over those solar panels? It would seem so, huh? Yeah, seems like it. They don't seem to be touching the panels, but still, there's some kind of force field here, and the front landing train is not touching the ground, but I should be able to get into my ship. And there's no way to reclaim a ship here. Not reclaim, to um, yeah, you see, last time with the previous Cutlass, which was the one I was in when when I think it's my client that it froze, I could buy 43 SEUs. Now at 40 aUEC. Now I can buy only 9 at 48. So sad. But
Hyperspace. Checking systems now. Complete.
Orion,
Enjoy the ride,
Orion,
Commander.
you have to do what you have to do. Engines on.
Powering engines.
Okay, let's give it some time before we try to do anything else. Retract landing gear.
Landing gear up.
And let's get some distance from the surface so that we get out of the atmosphere. And then try to warp to
Jump.
and try to get to Grim Hex. Open star map.
Stellar cartography. Just think of all those places, those faraway, unreachable corners of the galaxy, the uncharted areas of space.
Close star map.
Closing map.
Okay, it's on the other side of the moon, so we're gonna have to do everything in our power to
Displaying now.
make those orbital markers appear again. Open star map.
Displaying map.
Close star map.
Leaving map.
Okay, there they are. Jump drive.
Readying for system jump now.
That's kind of the trick to make them appear again. You have to set the focus on the moon and even set it as destination, and sometimes, like this time, those orbital markers will just appear again. Sometimes it's not that immediate, and what you need to do is set destination to maybe another moon and then back to the moon you're orbiting, which is Yela, but you have to be out of the atmosphere. Open star map.
Stellar cartography. Just think of all those places, those faraway, unreachable corners of the galaxy.
Close
The
star map.
uncharted exiting map space.
I still can't see it. Okay. Open star map.
Maps.
I need to go further down that road. Close star map.
Closing map.
Let's go there. Jump drive.
Hyperspace. Checking systems now. Complete.
That
Enjoy
one
the ride.
should put me in a section of of Yela's orbit where I should be able to see now Grim Hex somewhere that direction. We'll see. Should be somewhere around here. Okay, open star map. Open star map.
Maps.
And there you go. Close star map.
Leaving map.
Jump drive.
Hyperspace jump engaging.
It's limited invincibility when you just lights on.
Activating searchlights.
You just come out of the quantum leap. Deploy landing gear. Ooh. Ooh, 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 ooh. Deploy landing gear.
Initiating landing protocols.
Let's ask for land. I would really like to just say permission to land and get it done, but it's not that simple, it seems. They know many people want it, but the way they changed the mechanics of landing at base and landing pads and hangars, part of the mobiGlass and the interface. Not that easy to map now to just one button, one key map, so I can use voice attack for it.
Landing complete. Have a pleasant stay.
I am gonna sell this here. I can get out of the share, and I'll go to Daymar. No, to selling. I go to selling and look for more medical supplies. Yeah, if it says pressurized, I have to open it actively. If it says depressurized, it means someone went out the last time and you can go in and the door will open automatically. So now, always wait until the elevator finishes its movement if you don't get stuck. Or, even worse, fall through the elevator. although it will let you see a little more of Levski that you can't usually see, but you have to restart your client, so better look for it on YouTube. Okay, let's sell. Now they are buying at 40, and this is not a good price. It's sometimes really you can really make a good profit selling medical supplies here. This is not one of those times. I bought at more than this. I bought at about 48. So we're gonna have to go to Olisar, sell these medical supplies. Hey, need any help? He seems to want to go out, but there you go. You can thank me any other day. Maybe invite some drinks or something. He didn't even say thank you. Where is my ride? Down here, right? There you go. No one has come this way since I came in. And we continue our trip. You know what? I'm not going to Olisar. I'm going directly to selling. I just have 9 SUs. If I crash, I crash. Engines on.
Powering engines.
Retract landing gear.
Gear coming up.
Thank you. Please visit again.
Okay, I'll be visit again. Open star map.
Displaying map.
Let's try to go to selling straight from here. Yeah. Close star map.
Exiting map.
So where is it? Jump drive.
Engaging jump.
Interdiction. Should I fight? Oh no. 3 of them. Caterpillar, Andromeda, and Aurora. This was the usual interdiction squad you found during the last event test. I would have fought 1 ship, but not 3. Especially an Andromeda. Those ships hit hard. At least my ship. Jump drive.
Jumping.
Let's see. There's something wrong there. Usually get out of balance. Okay, here we want to go to Higgs. 459. Jump drive.
Jump.
We'll go to Hicks, and from Hicks we'll go to Olizar. We're looking for medical supplies. Since we are already here, if for any reason I can't fill my ship with medical supplies from Hicks, I'll do a short travel to Ram and Myers mining and buy something there to fill my cargo. Anything worth it. Beryl is usually nice, not a nice profit margin, but not really high value. Medical supplies, laranite, those are high valued commodities. .1 is bringing stability changes. Some ships, service beacons, not beacons. But 3.2 is bringing more gameplay. That's the update I'm looking for the most. That and 3.4, where we should be getting more of the system. As far as I understand, Phantom or something. Open star map.
Stellar cartography. Just think of all those places, those
I remember
far
correctly.
away, unreachable corners of the galaxy.
I believe
Uncharted
Thurston
areas
should
of
be
space.
available. Anything close here? But yeah, if you haven't seen before that part of the star map formation.
Stellar cartography. Just think of all those places, those far away, unreachable corners of the galaxy. The uncharted areas of space.
You see, right now I'm looking at Higgs research, which we will approach at night, and I'm trying to change my reticle, which right now is focused on the Drake Caterpillar pirate, and I can't change it. It's stuck in the Drake Caterpillar. It will reset when I get out of my when I get out of my seat. In fact, not my ship necessarily. But right now I should be able to change, and I'm using my map joystick button to do it, so that it would show how far I am from Higgs research, which I can see right now. But you can also do it with that reticle, and it's not changing, which is the bug I was talking about earlier. It simply gets bugged. Lights on.
Lights maximum.
Deploy landing gear.
Gear down.
Lights on.
Lights to maximum.
You always want to go to the storage. This is habitation, so this is not the one. When you're doing your trade runs, you have to go to your storage facility. It's marked over the door. If you go around enough, you learn which one is which, but I don't pay enough attention to recognize most of them. And they're especially difficult at night. Okay, what are we gonna buy? See, here it's at 40. We bought at 48. And we can buy it all. Even fill the half-filled container we had in my ship because it's the same commodity. I don't know if you could see, but I bought I had 37 SCUs of empty cargo space, but it said I was buying 38 because I was buying more than 37,000 units. Oh, I didn't buy it. Oh, I bought it. I bought it. I am right now at just 71,000 credits, which is still more than what you start with when they reset, but well, I did lose some credit in that last client freeze. So now my ship is filled with medical supplies. I know I shouldn't be selling these at Grimhex because they are right now buying too low. They're buying at 40. Thankfully, Yella, Dickens Research Outpost, just had 9 SUs of medical supplies. I bought it at 48. Right over here I bought it at 40, and I'll be able to sell this at about 70 maybe, or 70 something at Olisar. That's the usual price. Lift off.
Ascending.
Goodbye selling. And Higgs Research Outpost. As you can see on the upper right reticle, it changed focus, and now, right now, it's giving me the distance to the research outpost. Hey, why stop? This sometimes happens, I don't know why. I'm flying decoupled and I left it gliding. It should just keep going at the same speed like it is right now. No hands. Okay, we are out of the atmosphere. Let's try to warp to Olisar. So open star map. Open star map.
Maps.
Hear me like that. Okay, from selling I won't be able to see or Olisar. I have to go through Cryastro first. Close star map.
Closing map.
Jump drive.
Hyperspace. Checking systems now. Complete. Enjoy the ride.
I like how you can see the details in uh, the you can say it's a windshield maybe, but on the front view of the ship, like if someone had wiped that with something. There's a lot of detail. Be careful not to crash. Okay. Open star map.
Displaying map.
Close star map.
Leaving map.
Jump drive.
Jumping.
There's a lot of detail in different places in the universe. Definitely ships have a lot of detail. This is a medium ship. Bigger ships have a lot of surface. Even inside facilities in planets. I remember the last time, not the last time, but the previous one, when I went to the drug lab at Yela, there's a lot of talk given to the different rooms in there. Deploy landing gear.
Deploying gear.
I don't like those slowdowns. Let's go before the game decides to
Please proceed to
play a
assigned landing bay.
practical and tasteless joke on me. In case you're wondering, I'm playing with 2 joysticks. I do believe it's immersive and can give you a nice control scheme.
Landing complete. Have a pleasant stay.
I don't think my button has a problem. I was under the impression that that could be the problem, but I think that's not it. I think sometimes that keybind just does not respond. Okay, we were down to about 270k. Let's see how we end up.
Welcome to the Port Olizar ship deck. Please press the screen to continue.
77 aUEC. Almost 100k. About 90k. Not bad. I should be at about maybe 500k by now if my ship didn't crash. Not my ship, my client.
To the Port Olizar ship.
So let's try to get to 500k tonight. Where should we go? Medical supplies is gonna be difficult now because I have just wiped their inventory in this server. If I go to Yela, it won't have enough to fill my cutlass, nor will the research outputs at selling. So what else can give me such a nice profit? I guess maybe Laranite. We could go to... I could try the drug lab at Yela and some minerals for the rest of the cargo and even medical supplies. I think I'm gonna go to Yela and wipe all their existence of tradable profitable goods. Engines on,
Powering engines.
but the first stop will be the rock lab. Lift off.
Ascending, retracting modules, handing you the con.
Open star map.
Stellar cartography. Just think of all those places, those faraway,
Close star map.
corners of the galaxy. Closing map. The uncharted areas of space.
Jump drive.
Readying for system jump now.
If you see my main radar in the middle of my lower half of the screen, you will see that this kind of ship won't tell you, even after you have set a destination, it won't tell you which direction your objective is. Other ships from other manufacturers, like RSI, the Aurora, which is a very basic ship, the Saber, which is from Aegis, those are ships I have flown. Will show the heading you need to go to. This one you just see those markers with the little triangles, but sometimes your screen is filled with those triangles. Maybe I hope they change the color and give you some kind of different hint, so that you don't see 10 triangles and begin wondering which one is the one you want. Okay, right now I should look for orbital marker 4 or 6 and go from there. So let's go to 4. Jump drive. Jump drive.
Hyperspace.
Voice
Checking
attack
systems
gets
now.
confused if you
Complete.
are already
Intro.
speaking and do
Right
not
command.
pause and then give a command. But it's workable. It works pretty good. I really like voice attack. If you haven't tried it, I recommend it definitely. Definitely try it. Okay. I needed to do a full stop. I forgot to do it, but I haven't moved so much. So from here you have to go to OM6. Go to OM6. Right to it. As much as you can. This is not a perfect alignment, but good enough. You don't have to go and use some kind of leap. You just have to go straight forward with normal afterburner. Go to your top speed, definitely. You want to make this trip as fast as you can, but you will
Jump.
definitely... No! Jump! I didn't want to jump. But okay, I can do it in reverse. Now that we are at OM6, we have to head back to OM4. I have to be very careful while looking at a valid destination, or Orion will do that. Okay, let's go. So I go from 6 to 4. I need to go until I am at 350 kilometers from OM4. So let's just do that. If you're watching this, please follow. It really means a lot to me. If you want to chat, make a comment, make any suggestion, please do. I'm really looking forward to it. My intention is to keep developing the channel as new content and mechanics get into the game. I'll try to show them if I can't, because maybe I do not have the resources, the correct chip to do it, or something like that. I can manage to get some help from friends and show that gameplay to you. But right now, there's not much else to do than trading and missions. I know that I haven't done missions in my streaming, but I will soon do some missions to show you how that goes. For profit, they are not really efficient at all. I mean, you can do in one trade run with a Cutlass 100k of profit or more, but with missions pay from 100, not 100k, 100 aUEC to 300 or 500, 1000, but it will never pay you. One mission will never pay you, right now at least, thousands and thousands of credits. So just for credits, but to change gameplay and do some different things, get out of the monotony, I'm gonna start doing some missions to get acquainted with the system and hope they let me go through with them, because some of them are still bugged, but some have been fixed or somewhat fixed. Okay, the number we're looking for right now is 350, right there to the OM4. And we are going full speed right now. As you can see, when you're gliding, you should be able to do pitch, yaw, and roll without affecting the speed. Should, and I say should because sometimes when you pitch, especially when you pitch, even in space, out of the atmosphere, it will somehow change your speed and get you out of the gliding trajectory. It shouldn't, as far as I understand. Okay, we're getting closer. Let's prepare for 350 and stop there. We get to 350, we will go down directly to Yela, because we're gonna try to find the rock lab. I have done this before in a couple of my previous streams. If you haven't seen it before, well, this is another chance. Although I usually go from OM4 to OM6, but because of my mistake, we are going to do it today from OM6 to OM4 during the first step. The rest is the same. Okay, we are getting there, guys. Soon enough, I will start braking, which is right now. Close enough. Now heading to the moon. You look at it and find Yela. That's Yela's 4. At least it is day. We have daylight right now. Start moving towards Yela. Remember that that distance there is not to the surface but to Yela's core, and you will crash sooner than when you get there. You have to be mindful of that. I am trying to recognize some fissures I saw the last time I came here, but it's not that easy because this is not exactly where the rock lab will be. Deploy landing. No, I'm not going to deploy the landing gear. I might crash because of my okay, we're gonna crash. There you go. But I didn't die, so that's good. I didn't die. Okay, now we're looking for 3 markers again. On 4, we want to be at 350, so we are a little far away from it, 6 kilometers. We should go closer to that one. Okay, OM2, it says it's 604, and we should be at 587, so we should get closer to that one too. And OM6, it says we should be at 388, and we are closer to that one than we should. So we should be heading towards this. If this is 604, this is OM2. Okay. We should be going somewhere advance somewhere between these two, but we are farther away from OM2 than OM6, I suppose. So let's do this. Let's go this way for a while, and we'll check again in a couple of kilometers. I think it's beyond that mountain, but it could be to our... I don't think it will be to our left. It's beyond those mountains. Let's keep going. This valley looks familiar. It could be this one, but I'm not sure. So let's do this. Let's check again. Coordinates. Okay, we are at 351 from ON4. That's good because we should be at 350, so we're really close. And OM2, oh 3, no, not 3, 2 says 587, and we are at 597, so we should be heading towards OM2 because OM6 is at 386, and we should be at 388. Thank you for the subscription, for the follow. My chat haven't updated yet, but I'll thank you by name in just a second. I don't see the update, but it should come pretty soon. Mr. Sec SC, thank you for the follow. Thank you very much. I hope you enjoy the content. If you have been watching for a while, what we're right now doing is trying to get to the secret Yela drug lab to buy some Widow. It should be this way. We are about 10 kilometers away. We had a little trouble at the beginning of our trade run tonight. My client crashed and I lost about maybe 200k, but we are recovering it right now. Do you have this game, Mr. Set? Well, I see you have SC at the end of your name, so I suppose that's Star Citizen, maybe. We are trying to get to a distance of 587. I think this is the valley where the drug lab should be. Let's get a little lower. I guess we should be pretty close to it right now. I am losing some handling because I did crash trying to get closer to the surface a couple of minutes ago. Okay, let's recheck our triangulation. What did I do? Okay, where is OM2? OM2 says 590. Maybe it's a little farther away. Maybe it's in the next valley. Maybe it's this one. What they sell here has a really nice profit margin. The thing is that to get here you have to triangulate coordinates using the OM markers, because this location is not something that's shown in the planet markers. This is the one. This is the Yela drug lab. Deploy landing gear.
Landing gear deployed.
Now that we get in, you'll see what we're talking about. We will definitely not be able to fill a cutlass with what they have here, but what you can get here, you can sell at Grimhex for a really nice profit, and that's what we're looking for. Not just profit margin, but high price commodities. That's it. 2.5 SCUs. That's all they have. Let's buy it. And 7 of this one, so I'm just gonna fill what? 10 SCUs. I'll go look for something else to fill the rest, but just these 10 SCUs are gonna give a nice profit margin. But you can only sell that at Grimhex. So the rest of my trip I might sell at Grimhex, or maybe do a second stop and sell at Olisar. It depends on the buying price. Let's get out of here before someone shoots at our ship. This is not a safe place at all. Lift off.
Ascending to 30 meters, retracting modules, handing you the cog.
Let's get some altitude. In case you are not familiar with Star Citizen, this was a Kickstarter project. It ended up being a record-breaking Kickstarter. I think it still has the record for most funded, and right now it's in alpha stage. So most people playing it are testers and enthusiasts. Many things do not work as they should, but still I find it really fun to be able to go to how many moons? Only 4 moons and like 3 space stations, and do some cargo runs and sometimes meet with people. It's the potential this game has is very interesting. This ship is a Cutlass. It's a combination of cargo vessel and a little fighting. Right now what I want to do is go to another facility in this planet and get some minerals. It could be the Arcor mining, or I don't know if Dickens. Could be Dickens, but they won't be able to fill my ship. I went there recently and stock dries out. So let's try to get orbital markers to move. Open star map.
Displaying map.
And Argela, yeah. Let's set destination in Yela. Close star map.
Exiting map.
Okay, orbital markers are nowhere to be found. Let's try again. Open star map. Open star map.
Maps.
Crusader. Set destination. And then again Yela. Set destination. Close star map. Close star map.
Leaving map.
And there they are, our orbital markers. So we can go closer, we can get closer. These destinations are on the other side of the moon, so I can't travel directly to them. So I'm gonna use orbital markers to warp my way around the planet's orbit. But which one will be more efficient? I don't think this one. I guess maybe that one. Jump drive.
Engaging jump.
Okay, Dickens is at 700. It's too far away still, so I should maybe travel to OM1 or OM5. OM5 could get me closer to Benson, but I would like to go first to Dickens, so I'm going to go to OM1. Jump drive.
Hyperspace. Checking systems now. Complete. Enjoy the
At
ride.
Dickens, I'm gonna buy medical supplies, whatever they have. I am pretty sure they won't be able to fill my ship. Has anyone seen the latest Marvel movie? Black Panther movie? It's receiving great reviews. I'm gonna try to watch it. Maybe, I don't think this week I'll be able to do it, but the next week for sure. The trailers are good, and the reviews from not critics but the community is good. I'm gonna watch it. For speed, there you go. That's all I can. That's all my ship will do. 1113. Have to check that power distribution. I have some bug. I suppose it could have something to do with my USB connections. I have a lot of USB peripherals. Sometimes it begins assigning power to that's engines, if I am correct, when I don't need to. I think I'm gonna play this game in more of a support and trade role. No, the Balkan, I'm not convinced, but I
Hyperspace
I am
checked.
really interested in mining and salvaging. So, and some exploring, of course. Once there's a universe to explore, not just a few moons. "50 frames per second? I never have those frame rates. Let's see how we are doing now. Oh, 50 frames per second. It's true. I don't recall having this kind of performance. This server must be empty. Interesting. Let's answer that. Nice. Indeed. This is a first for me. 55. Oh. Okay, no harm done. Flight ready.
Acknowledged.
I just turned off my chip. Wasn't my intention. Let's keep riding. That is really, really something unexpected to me. to be at over 30 frames per second. I usually get 20, 25. That's not uncommon, that's pretty average. But 50 is the first time I have seen that, and I usually have that the FPS counter active. Thank you very much for the follow, Mr. Set. I'm trying to get to 20 in these couple of weeks, to later then try to get to 50 mark, which is a Twitch basic goal. So each follow counts, and I really appreciate it. Okay, we're getting closer to Dickens at night. So lights on, lights on.
Lights on.
We're gonna begin slowing down, decelerating, and repositioning our travel aim. No. You have to tap Afterburner and the speed will again maintain itself. Okay, we're pretty close, so let's deploy landing gear.
Landing gear is down and locked.
There we have those space plankton kind of effect, and let's hope we don't crash because of our approach speed. Okay, we are not going to. Okay, we are at Yela. I am a little more familiar with this one. The building we're looking for is this one. This should be the storage building, which is where we should be able to buy medical supplies. Let's go for it. I hope they feel it, but I doubt it. Those are some nice frames per second. Amazing. If this game could run like this in the end, it's gonna be really fun. Because when you're in a dogfight, you lose easily 15 frames per second, 20 frames per second to what we have right now. But dogfighting at 30 frames per second is acceptable. And this is not a super machine. Let's see how much you have. 31. Nice. I might even go straight forward to Grimhex and Olisar because it's not much free space left to warrant a special travel to another trading location in here to look for what? Maybe Beryl, which is like 5 aUEC. I'm going to go straight to Grimhex. Patience usually pays off. If I do many things at once after I start anything, sometimes crashes happen, so lift off.
Affirmative, 30 meters. You have the call. Landing modules retracted.
We're gonna set cruise speed, go it out of the atmosphere, straight out at over 800 and let it go. Once we're out of the atmosphere, then we'll wait a couple of seconds and start looking for Grim Hex with our... I'm not gonna say the word because Orion will accept it as a command and I don't want him to do it, but soon enough, after we get upwards of 30,000 kilometers, I'll say open star map. Open star map.
Displaying map.
Look for Grim Hex. Find out I don't have line of sight. But still try. Close star map. Close star map.
Closing map.
And it's on the other side. So we have to do the same trick again. We need the orbital markers. Open star map.
Stellar cartography. Just think of all those places. Those
Close star map.
far away, exiting map. Corners of the galaxy.
And now
Uncharted
we can
areas of space.
travel around. Jump drive.
Jumping.
And Grim Hex should, well, might be visible. We'll see. Open star map. Open star map.
Maps.
Now that was on the right orbital mark. Close star map. Close star map.
Closing map.
We're going to go to... Let's try that one. Jump drive.
Hyperspace jump engaging.
You'll be able to see it from here. Open star map.
Maps.
Close star map.
Exiting map.
Okay. So it's on the other side still. Close star map. Open star map.
Displaying map.
Close star map.
Leaving map.
I'm going to crash with something. That was an asteroid. Jump drive.
Jump.
I almost crashed with an asteroid. Open star map.
Stellar cartography. Just think of all those
Close
places,
star map.
those far exiting map. Unreachable corners of the galaxy. The uncharted areas.
Jump
of
drive.
space. Engaging jump.
Okay. Be nice. Be nice, Star Citizen. Should I? Deploy landing gear.
Initializing landing procedures.
I usually do not use auto landing. I like to land manually.
Landing complete. Have a pleasant stay.
I'm pretty sure I'm gonna change my mind when I have a large ship, but right now, on to land. I never leave my doors open. You can't trust people not to get into your ship one way or another. He's going to suffer a heart attack because I'm wearing a heavy helmet. There you go, it's not moving, then it's safe. I hear they're gonna fully flesh out Levski and Grimhex. Right now these are just the beginning of the installations. That's gonna be interesting. Hey, let's see. It's first I want to know how much they're buying medical supplies for. 40, too low, so I won't sell those here. But Widow, we bought at 80 something and they're buying at 157, but it's a small amount. But even for just 2.5 SCUs, I'm getting 40,000, which is almost double what I paid for. I think he's not going to let me sell the whole thing. They usually don't let me, and that happens with this kind of commodity. So what you do is you sell in fractions. The first fractions can be a little high, like 100. It could let me. Yep. Let's keep doing it, but another 100 or 95,
Readying for system jump.
it let me. Nice. 61. Yeah, it didn't let me. Now I have to break it down to smaller transactions until I finish. And this last 16 didn't like that. Say 6, and now 10. Oh. Okay, let's try another one. This one. Well, it gets picky. There are just 10 units. I'll sell 5 and 5 again. Oh. Okay, how about 3? I'm not sure what you have to do is always use a smaller number than the previous one. Maybe that's the key. Okay. And this one is also something you have to sell here, but you can sell it whole Not like with Widow. Medical supplies. We'll go to Olizar. We can get 70 over there. 77, 76 or something. Sometimes 71. This is a whole other game at 50 frames per second. Definitely weapon shot. Something else. Completely. Let's take the other way. Let's go the other way around. We can also get to our ship this way. Let's do it. It's this way. What ship was that? Freelancer? Yeah, I think so. Okay, let it get its power. Lift off.
Take off.
Thank you, and please visit again.
Open star map.
Maps.
Close star map.
Leaving map.
Jump drive.
Hyperspace. Checking systems now. Complete. Enjoy the ride, Commander.
Yeah. That warp bubble definitely protects you. Right from the start. Except from interdiction, of course. Okay, let's brake. Deploy landing gear.
The gears down and locked.
Okay, I'm pretty sure they're gonna sign from this slot over here, which is closer. Oh no, this one. Okay. There's an Aurora LN down there. Those mustard colors are the LN variant, which is the military Aurora variant. I have one of those. That's my other ship.
Landing complete. Have a pleasant stay.
And then just we just have to sell our medical supplies. I guess we should be able to get to... Will we get to 500k? I think we're gonna be just a little off 500k, but still close enough to our goal for tonight. If you have questions, suggestions, they are welcome.
Welcome to the Port Olizar ship deck. Please
Let's see.
press the screen to continue.
77. Nice. Oh, we went over our expected goal. We are at 574,000. Good.
Welcome.
This is definitely... It was a little slower than I would have liked to because of my initial client crash. It didn't crash, it froze. But we got our 500k.
Hyperspace.
Tomorrow I'll be
Checking
doing some
systems
missions
now.
definitely.
Complete.
If I can
Enjoy
get
the
some
ride.
gameplay time. During nights, I usually play and stream at around 10 to 11. I start at around 10 to 11 p.m. almost every day. On weekends I will be streaming earlier. This Saturday I might be streaming in Spanish. That's not usually what I do, but I do try to stream in Spanish from time to time, and there's gonna be a tournament organized by the few, and I'll be streaming that tournament in Spanish to give it that other angle for the streaming audiences. So please feel free to follow and to chat or lurk. It's okay. I really appreciate the community getting involved and trying to learn about the game, and I hope these videos are useful and enjoyable. So see you soon. That's it for tonight. Have a good night, and I hope to see you around the Star Citizen universe.